Hey everyone, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, we're analyzing Bitcoin, symbol BTCUSD, on May 5th, 2025. We'll be looking at the latest news and analyzing candlestick data to make sense of where Bitcoin might be headed. First, let's dive into some recent headlines. There's been a lot of buzz around Bitcoin traders buying up $300,000 call options for June, essentially betting that Bitcoin's price could triple in the next couple of months. We're also seeing news about Trump's pro-crypto stance potentially softening regulations and creating new market opportunities. Now, let's switch over to the daily chart and see if we can spot any correlation with this news. Looking at the daily chart, we can see significant volatility over the past year. Notice the large swings in price, especially around major news events, like the halving in April 2024 and the U.S. Federal Reserve's interest rate cuts. We see Bitcoin peaking around March 2024 near $73,000, then falling hard to the $50,000s in early May 2024. Since then, it's climbed upward and currently hovers around $64,000. Let's zoom in on the last few weeks on the daily chart to get a better sense of current support and resistance levels. Here, we can see a potential support level forming around $60,000 and resistance around $68,000. If the price breaks above $68,000, we might see a push towards $70,000 again, bolstering the bullish sentiment. However, a drop below $60,000 could signal a bearish trend, potentially leading to a retest of lower levels. To get a more granular view, let's jump down to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, we can see more immediate price action. Currently, Bitcoin is trading around $64,000, but there appears to be a bit of a consolidation phase forming. Looking closer, potential support can be found around $62,700, while immediate resistance is near $64,800. A break above the $64,800 resistance could trigger more buying, fueled by speculation around the $300,000 call options. Keep an eye on the volume. A surge in volume during a breakout would add conviction to the move. Now, let's drill down even further to the 15-minute chart for a very short-term perspective. On this time frame, we see very tight price action. The price is bouncing in a channel, which suggests indecision in the market. Key levels to watch here are the upper channel line acting as resistance near $64,000 and the lower channel line acting as support around $63,000. Any breakout from these ranges could trigger a quick move in that direction. Remember that this is a very short-term outlook and can be heavily influenced by news and smaller events. So, what's the verdict? In the short term, it's difficult to say with certainty which way Bitcoin will move, given the consolidation on smaller timeframes. However, the bullish news around Trump's potential policies and the continued interest in high-risk call options does suggest potential upwards momentum. A break above $68,000 is more likely than not and signals to confirm this. For the longer term, the trend remains positive, but it may face regulatory hurdles. Key price levels to keep an eye on are $60,000 as significant support and $70,000 and $100,000 as major resistance levels. Remember to always do your own research and manage your risk. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts.